But there are people who are desperate to get this building, which always, as you know, is a life-sapping building for freedom lovers like myself. They want to get back to normal politics. They want to get back to politics that, of course, hurts Team Blue over Team Red and Team Yellow and Team Green. You know the game, right? But, of course, Australia is this oasis of awesome in a very, very mad world at the moment when it comes to coronavirus. So that does mean that some people think that we can just press the reset button, but they're going to have to wait. But there are also people who go out of their way to get your attention. And I understand that sometimes advertising these days needs to be louder than it used to be because we're all very busy. But there is no points to the CMFEU, sorry, the ETU, for going so far in the latest ad that they've done to try to have a go at the Prime Minister and some changes to union legislation, which would, of course, among other things, make union officials more accountable. Now, whatever you think of whatever Prime Minister you like or dislike, the idea of depicting them driving a bus and physically killing people is a step too far. But of course, nobody will ask the political arm of the union movement, Anthony Albanese, a word about that. Most people in this building who don't like Conservative politicians will, of course, find this okay. But imagine if this was A, a progressive, and B, a female politician. Would anyone be cool with this?
Scott Morrison is using this crisis as an excuse to roll a whole bunch of new workplace laws together into one big omnibus bill. It will leave Australian workers with lower wages, less power and worse conditions than ever. The omnibus bill will hurt Australian workers.
Seriously? No, I just played it, and that means technically they get a win because they saw it. But is there a single person who's convinced on that? In fact, that stuff repels people. But again, it's a Conservative, so you can do this. You can pretend that a Conservative is so evil that they are literally going to murder workers. It's ridiculous. As for the Industrial Relations Minister, Christian Porter, he quite correctly said no.
If anyone doubts our commitment to working Australians, look what we as a government and Scott Morrison as a Prime Minister did during COVID, which saved hundreds of thousands of jobs. I just think this ad is just a new low point in Australian politics.